So this is a deep dive, as the thumbnail will reveal. And as the title will reveal, we are looking at valves, one of my new favorites. So here we go. Beautiful passage here. Now, this is just one of the settings which we can find inside of valves. Let's go in a little closer here. And I'm actually going to duplicate this because I have this. I went ahead and recorded this. This passage. And I don't want to... Come on now. Okay. Now I may have done it 3 or 4 times. Let's hope not, but it is certainly possible. Okay, let us reopen valves. Okay, and in front of me, this is a CME X key. I've had this for... Actually, I don't remember how long I've had it, but my first one that I got was back in 2015, and it's a 25 key controller. And it has aftertouch, and it has your sustain pedal, and pitch bend, and modulation, and all that good stuff. So the reason I duplicated this, we'll go ahead and name this one Valves. There we go. The reason I duplicated this is because I want to get into some more settings. Now, Valves is a curation of brass instruments. They had 5 solo players playing flugelhorn, French horn, trombone, euphonium, and tuba. Right. So as we're in this setting, this part of settings. There's a number of settings that are accessible from the front panel, which is very. It kind of draws you in with the ribbons and the brass. So brass instruments there. We have their tuba, and I believe that's the euphonium there, and so on. So at the top right, we have these 3 settings here. And the first one I opened up was here. You can see your individual. This is like the mixer. We can do our volume. We can do the solo of the flugelhorn. All right. Let's actually, we're going to skip over here. We'll look at this section in a little bit, but I want to come over here and go in here. And then... Okay, so that did it. Okay, so this one appears to be our tuba, euphonium, and French horn. So depending on the setting, it will open different ones. We can adjust the reverb on each of them. We're going to go ahead and solo the French horn just for the fun. Okay. And we could take the reverb away, put it back. These were recorded very intimately. I think that's one of the words they used to describe it. It's intimate brass. I'm probably going to do a part 2 on this, which is a little more detail. But I was so is excited the right word? I've been enjoying this so much I couldn't wait that long. Okay. So as if you notice, they're all playing patterns, and if we go, that's not right. If we go to this section here, we can look at those patterns. Oh, and I think I still have just the French horn solo, so let's bring back the euphonium and the tuba. This section, we can change the patterns. French horn. We can... No, I don't want to delete that. We can change what they're doing with these articulations. We can have... I was supposed to do a crescendo. Huh? Come on. Okay. Swell. And then right here, come over here, do another swell. Okay, that was a small swell. Let's see if we can do a bigger one. And as they rotate here, you can see that they repeat, and they re-trigger with every note. All right, we can do the same with the tuba. You can see what... I just turned it off. Turn it back on. The tuba is on a long sustained note here. We could tell it to do something like... just for fun, let's make it do offbeat. This one seems to be a little bit delayed in how sensitive it is to the changes. So let's go over here. In the settings, we can say fast. Our pitch bend range is set to 2. Is that 2 octaves? Let's see. Oh, I just hit octave, so let's hit pitch bend. All right. So that's our spin range. So we come over here. I feel like it still took till it got back to the beginning to respond. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna re-trigger. Legato tends to be more of a slower sound. So let's go to another preset. This will be mostly presets, I think, because presets are fun. Which, by the way, is what I recommend when you first get an instrument, is go through all the presets. Even if you don't know how to play it, it's a good way to learn about your VST. This is a fun one. See. Oh, did you hear that swell at the end? Very cool. All right. So now we have A, B, and C down here. So if I go to B, this will change up the patterns a bit. Can we open all these patterns at once? That would be cool. These are arpeggiators. Yeah? No. Doesn't appear that we can. Okay. Okay, and then C will be our other pattern here, so so the variations, and then of course the patterns displayed in these wheels is kind of cool as they rotate and such. Now, hit random. What does this do? Does this make it randomly bounce between all of them? Kind of. It was nice and flowing. Thank you, EJ. I think this sounds... I cannot find the word. My brain is slow this morning. I think it sounds awesome too. So I was trying to find another word as well. Okay, now true range would be the true range of these instruments. More or less, okay? Does it change based on which one I am highlighting, however? No, it doesn't let me have them all open at once. Okay, so the tuba and the euphonium are our lower instruments. Let's see. And what else we got? And then up higher, if we hit our octave button, still the euphonium goes up. Let's see. No, that's it. Because we're in true range right now, so let's go. So does that mean it'll go lower than... No. It does. It still doesn't. Because that and that are the same note. And then... Let's try another preset. Strolling. Okay, I'm gonna make this be quiet. All right. Strolling. Yeah, strolling. This is a very slow walk. Nice color. What can we do with this? Okay, and let's see what the B part is. See what C part is. Ooh. Let's just hit next. 3/4. Okay, this will be quite rhythmic, I think. Okay. Let's put it back to A, huh? All right, and B part. Okay, 3/4 meaning one is doing a pattern of 3, one's doing a pattern of 4. Okay. All right, so apparently even if you change this, this thing will stay the same, which is very cool. Rolling stabs. Okay, let's go back to A part. That's what I was looking for then when they're okay. B. C. We already heard this one. Okay. Now, so maybe do another preset here. Chain of quarters. Does this have? This has all of them. Okay. Let's go A. So if you want to lock one of the parts that you like in that pattern, you hit the lock there. And okay, you can mute it here. And also turn it off, which is interesting. It's like, so mute and off seem to be similar in the fact that you don't hear anything, but I guess it's still playing. If you turn it off, it doesn't play. Okay, that's makes sense and is kind of obvious, but it's fun to play with it. A solo, of course, just the one. Okay. Let's hear the euphonium by itself. Okay, and then the trombone. French horn. Okay, so that's interesting. I ran up against a wall. 5 and 6 are the same. So it's kind of like going down. It won't go outside of the instrument's range, which is good because then it kind of limits you to what the instruments can actually do. Some VSTs will take you beyond that range, and it's not bad. It's just if you go to composing for those actual instruments, then you'll be surprised that, well, why can't they do that? Well, they don't play that high or that low or or such things. So, all right, I think we'll unsolo that. To the B section. Here's C section. That didn't come out right. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. All right. And then, okay, random. Sounds like we have some sound effects. Now, there's a lot of functionality in here that, okay, so this one is actually not playing for sections, limited. You can do a lot of things in here, which I don't all know how to do yet. But that's the fun of discovery, because I will be discovering these as this goes on. So to recap, we have our main view. We have our randomizer. Ooh. The graphics change when you do that. That is very cool. Nice. I highly encourage you when you first get an instrument to just run through like I'm doing today and just see all the different things you can do with it. Retrigger. Even if you don't really know how it's meant to be played, that's how you find out. Oh, of course, you can watch tutorials. I do watch tutorials myself, and I love digging into the features when I can. So it's not something you learn all at once. Like, so this makes them all restart whenever you hit the... Okay, and then we have our parts here. Ooh, a little detuning on it. That's cool. Okay. So I wonder if this does another set of ABCs. Yep. Indeed it does. And then once you get, if you want to get more detailed and stuff, you can build your own patterns in this section. But just right out off of the front panel, you can do so much just by hitting these buttons. Now here we have character. Let's see what that. Seems like it's doing a bit of EQ and some other things, which is cool. Okay, and then what was it on 59? Something like that. And then dynamics is going to just. So if you get much louder, much quieter. And this is all on the front panel before you go under the hood, so to speak. So under the hood, of course, we have this. I have it adjusting quickly to voicing detection. You could have it go medium. Have it go slow. I think I prefer medium or fast myself. Just for how I tend to play. And right now it's loading samples per preset. I think if you load all of them, it will be a bit more of strain on your computer. So for now, just let it here. A440 tuning. You can adjust that. So let's go A432. They say this is magical. Okay. You could, and then to show the difference, let's go back. We'll play the same chords. And, oops, I need to go the other way. There we go. 440. Four, 3, 2, and it'd be like, it sounds slightly lower. The lows sound a little bit lower. Anyway, we'll put it back to 440. That's the standard tuning. Here we have, of course, our mixer. You can turn parts on and off. You can do EQ. You can change the effects on each of them. And he's got a compressor here, presence, which is basically an EQ, room, which is your reverb, and then it's got a couple room things. Okay, it's sending to these, and these are the main effects. Interesting. Okay, so there's a lot you can do here, and I look forward to exploring that more, and then I'll be able to come back to it with more detail. All right, and then our pattern editor. You can copy and paste patterns. It looks like you can change the grid. Let's see, we're on 8th. I think I like that where it is, but let's see what happens if we put it to a quarter. Okay, it just changes the precision of the grid. As you can see, I added some extras there. Let's go to 16th. So it's more of a display thing than if you did want to divide it, say instead of 8ths into 16ths or quarter or triplets. You know, if you want to get surgical with it. Okay, hold, let's see. Holds it until you tell it not to hold. And our beat right now is in 4/4, so we could go to 3/4. Go to 6/8. Of course, I'm playing a chain of quarters, so that will naturally be in 4/4 time. It's also likely that the beat will change. Okay, it will change based on your settings, so that's... Okay. So there we have it. Valves. Diving deep under the hood, and there's much deeper to go as always. But I thank you for joining me, and I look forward to doing another one of these very soon. Stay curious. All right.